Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Tara. I make videos about digital planning and different ways that you can get creative with your iPad. So if that sounds like something that's of interest to you, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you around. Ring the notification bell, do all the good stuff so that you never miss a video. That all being said, let's go ahead and jump into the purpose of today's video, which is going to be sharing with you guys my latest sticker release. And I'll probably vent a little bit because I've got some qualms with Goodnotes right now, which we'll get to. But I will share my sticker release with you for this month. So this is the first color palette. Normally I share my sticker designs for the month with you guys in Goodnotes, but due to what I'm sure I'm going to complain about eventually, I'm showing you guys the stickers in the program that I actually do my design work in. So I use Affinity Designer. If you're not familiar with it, it is amazing. It's extremely powerful. It's basically, it does like pretty much everything that Adobe Illustrator does now. There are some things that aren't as easy as in Illustrator. There are also some things that you just have to get creative and do some workarounds. But I would say, like, for the most part, especially for the price, it is an amazing program. It's my program of preference, for sure. And I actually teach an entire course on how to use it for sticker making. So if you are interested in that, I'll be sure to leave the links in the description down below for you to check out. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and I'll share with you guys what the stickers look like in the program that I actually do my design work in. So this is the first page. This stays the same every single month. The only thing that changes is just the colors. So this is the color palette that if you're on Patreon and you're part of my Daisy Divas, you would have received this color palette. So this is like very, I don't know, kind of like midnight moonlight vibes. I used to name my color palettes. I haven't done that in a while, so that's the vibe of this though, like very moonlighty, very cute. This is the second page. Again, essentially the same every single month, every single theme. I always like to have these functional stickers in place because I think for me, when it comes to designing things in my planner, I absolutely love to be able to create like a whole aesthetic as opposed to like just having cute stickers. I want everything to match. So that's why these first two pages always remain the same. So the only thing that changes on this second page here is the washi tape, and those always go with the theme. So if you're not aware, if you're not on Patreon, if you're just somebody who's tuning in on YouTube or somebody who's just discovered me today, my theme is decided by my Patreon patrons. So they always know before the stickers get released what the theme is. And they also help me choose the colors. So that's for anybody who is in the Blossom Bunch tier or higher. They get to help. They get voting privileges. I appreciate them so very much. I appreciate everyone so very much, just so that's clear. But it's very helpful. I very much appreciate the voting. Okay, so the theme this month is like a cozy cottagecore fairy garden vibe, mixed with like fireflies and starry nights. There was a tie for the theme, so I just kind of blended it all together into this like really fun sort of nighttime fairy garden vibe. I really like it. I think it's like whimsical and cute and super fun. So we have this sort of like brick or stone wall kind of pattern for one of the washi tapes. We have some flowers and we also have some stars. That is it for the washi tape, but then we'll go over to the really super cute stuff here. So this is the fun page, the theme page. This is where I do all the enjoyable design work. So this one I'm actually really excited to kind of like play around with and sort of maybe storytell in a way in my planner this month. I just think that it has that like kind of, like I said, like whimsical vibe. I think it's really cute and magical looking, and I made it so that a lot of these can layer so that you have the option to really get creative with how you design the scenes. And so this one is all one sticker, but this is its own scene, of course, with like the fireflies flying around and this sort of like magical fairy dust coming out of the chimney here of our little mushroom cottage. I think this is super adorable, and it's located inside of a log. And then you've got, of course, the stars and the moon behind it all. So I think this is very cute. Personally, big fan. We also have some independent, I don't know. Sometimes words are hard, okay? Just ignore me. So just some mushrooms that you can freely sprinkle around and decorate however you'd like. These have been repurposed from a variety of previous stickers, and I kind of took a lot of my different mushroom designs and I brought them in here. And so you've probably seen a lot of these before. Some of these, or maybe all of them, depending on how long you have been around. But I've taken these from many months. Then we have just some stars. We've got a few different types because there are also stars over here, so you can get kind of creative with how you use the stars here. We have some moths. So these I repurposed from Halloween, was it? Like last year, or it could have been the year before. Oh, it might have been 2023. Has it been that long? I don't know. I thought that with the sort of like magical essence that was sort of being portrayed here, that the moths would kind of go with it. I didn't want it to be witchy though. So these were from a witchy vibe sticker set, but I do feel like they might work. They might just be a nice little touch to throw in here and there, but they weren't meant to be like the focal point of the set. But I thought they'd be worth including, so we've included these 3 stickers. We also have some cute little flowers. Those are the same ones that are in the washi tape. We have our stardust, which is 2 separate stickers. So we've got this like background, like haze. That's probably the right word. And then we've got the stars here that are the stars. Yeah, okay. Sometimes I over-explain things. You get it. But I like to personally layer them. I think that they look really cute together. And then just because it's like a fairy garden, you're thinking like in the forest or just outdoors, I had to make sure I included some leaves. I don't know how much I'm going to use these this month. We're going to see. I'm excited to see how these end up like playing out in my planner. But we do have some leaves. I thought it made sense if it was like on the floor of like a forest or a garden or something to have some loose leaves that you could pile up or lay around. Will I use them? You'll have to follow along with my plan with me's this month to find out. And then I also have 2 different moon shapes. I wanted them in opposite directions because not all planning apps allow you to like flip. I know Goodnotes doesn't. But I know that there are apps out there that do allow you to do that. So some of you may not get as much use out of this, but they're also different sizes. So, whichever one looks better to you. Like maybe some people like more of the C shape, where the other one is like less curved. I don't know. Forgive me. I could have done something that was like, now that I think about it, like almost like a full C. You've seen those, right? That would have been a good one as well. Anywho, I also really love this one. I think this is so cute. So this is just a little jar of fireflies. It's glowing. I think it's adorable. And then we've got a few fairies. Please don't hate on my people, okay? I never draw humans, and I need to practice. Clearly. So these are an upgraded version of the ballerinas or the sugar plum fairies from last year's Christmas set. And they've definitely gotten an upgrade. Like if you go back and you look at the other ones, the legs aren't much better. I mean, obviously the ballerina ones were like on point, so they were different overall in looks. I'm just laughing because I think these are so bad, but room for growth. There's a lot of room for growth here. That's just what I have to keep telling myself. And these are better than the other ones, just slightly. I didn't do anything with the arms because I didn't know what or how. But I did give them faces and hair because they just had like buns before and these little bows that kind of whatever. Anywho, I think the faces are okay for somebody who doesn't draw people. Lots of room to grow, but I think they're pretty cute. I like that their hair are like not natural hair colors necessarily, because I think that just makes them look more like fairy-like or pixie-like. So these are kind of fun. I enjoy them. We also have this little well. Oops, that is a brick. No, this whole thing. Why is it doing that? Okay, so this whole thing is obviously a well. I just felt the need to create this. So we'll see how it plays out. I might add like some flowers or some fireflies or who knows what. It might be small and just like part of a garden. I'm not sure, but it's there if you want to get creative with it. Okay, this is one of the layered ones now. So there's this cute archway and then the door. These are separate. So I thought these could be used cleverly in different ways. But like, yeah, it's just like a little door to a garden. I thought this was adorable. And then we've got another little cottage with some cute little fireflies and then that like brick pattern or stone pattern. And the front window like glowing, and then it also has that archway around the door. I like this a lot. And then we also have a cute little home made out of a flower pot. So this has been an adapted flower pot from, I think it was my April stickers, and maybe even a sticker set from last year. It could have been April for both months, or was it April this month and April this year and May last year? Some of you may remember better than me. At this point, I've made so many sticker sets that sometimes it all just blurs together. But I've been making these theme sticker sets for like 3 years now, so it's a lot of themes to go through. Sometimes I feel like my theme, my well of themes is running dry. So let's see. I don't know. Everything still turns out. It all works out. And there are always like new trends and new interests, right? There will always be a theme for me to go with. It's what I keep telling myself when I get really frustrated that I feel like I can't come up with new ideas. Anyway, if you've got any sticker ideas that you want to see brought to life as a theme, feel free to share those with me and or join on Patreon or do whatever. We can all be a part of a bigger project, togetherness, community thing. And I'm more than happy to see how that works into the voting process and see if people are interested in a sticker set like you want. And whoever wins, gets to be the theme for the next sticker set. So feel free. I'm happy to incorporate your ideas and better serve you guys. That being said, we also have August as a heading, of course, and then we have the date dots, or not date dots, but just the dates in general. So yeah, you have all these. Now that I've gone and made it all messy, I'm going to put these back. And then we also have, this is where things get into like the layering. So we have, there's a separate little constellation here. So that's the Big Dipper. We have Cassiopeia. We have that faded background that I just moved. And then we also have Orion. I didn't go too crazy with like too many constellations, but just a few here that I thought would be kind of nice. In addition to that, we have, this is just a singular Firefly, and you can move this. Oh, it's cute, kind of like this. I know you can't really see it, but it's kind of cute when you think of it as like an animation. Okay, getting carried away here. But that is just a singular little Firefly that you can put all over your planner however you want to. And then we have this sort of like trail of fireflies, which I don't know, maybe you want them going up to the moon, or who knows? Do what you want to do. There was also a clever way that I used this, which, let me just reiterate that this is a background. The top part is transparent, so you'll be able to like put it over anything you want on your planner. And it'll blend into, you know, whatever color background you have. And then on the note of the trail, I took this cute little trail and these cobblestones, and I put them together as one sticker set, or one sticker. And then I put it leading up to this, which is its own sticker as well. It's got a nice little shadow underneath it. And then we have this background too, because I wanted to have something that was like longer. And again, it's transparent. So at the top there. But yeah, I wanted two different sizes of these, that instead of just having to crop them down, that they could actually like fit across a variety of planner types and spaces. You can still crop them, of course, if you need to, but because I had the top parts as transparent, I didn't want you to have to like crop too much and then it kind of ruin the effect. So I wanted to give you like one really long option and then one more closer to a square option, so that you had just greater access to, you know, use this more freely. But yeah, I thought this was really fun. You could throw in some stars, you can throw in you know, the fireflies and the fairies and the garden and the well, and you can just, you know, do what you want to do. But I think that this is super cute. I hope you guys like this. And I'll go ahead and show you guys the other two color palettes. So all of these will be available on Etsy. I'm also going to put them on my shop because I'm kind of getting sick of Etsy. Maybe I'll make a video about it at some point and talk about it, but Etsy's kind of killing me lately. So I might start putting all of my stickers back up on my shop for purchase on my website, which is probably what I should be doing anyway. But yeah, if you, what was I going to say? Oh boy. I forget. But yeah, I've been getting frustrated with Etsy lately, but I will leave the links if you prefer to purchase on Etsy. I will also be putting them up in my shop, so I will be sure to put the links there. And yeah, I think that was what I wanted to say. Oh, let's move on though, because there are 3 color palettes and there's also a bundle of all 3. So if you are in the Blossom Bunch tier or higher on my Patreon, you get access to all 3 of the color palettes. And let's go. This is what my sticker folder looks like, where I'm like, I do all my sticker work in here. So much sticker work. This is the second color palette. This one I really like. I actually think it's a lot of fun. The orange pops a lot, and it almost feels a little like a gentle nod to Halloween. I mean, after all, it is October, right? Right? Okay. Anybody else? I am ready. I'm so ready. I need out of summer, like ASAP. And I unfortunately drove further into summer. I am now visiting some friends in Texas. The things we do for our friends, the sacrifices that we make. But yeah, so I am in Texas, but let's take a look at this so I can pretend that I am not in this summer heat right now. So this is the color palette. This is the first page, right? And this is the second page. So here's what the washi tape looks like. I think it's really cute. And I love the color palette here on the themed photos. I think these look so nice. I especially love like I said, I love the orange. I just love the way that it like pops. I feel like there's just something so special about it. I also like that the orange and this sort of like Ouija board color, is that the wrong thing to say? I don't know. I feel like it's like a Ouija board color. I feel like those both work so well as either like bricks or the cobblestone. So I was kind of fighting with myself if I wanted to do them all either like one of these colors or if I wanted to have a mix. And I did ultimately decide, obviously, to have a mix. So we have one of the colors as the cobblestones and the other one as the brick. But I feel like they kind of, like I feel like the Ouija board one almost looks like it's like glowing in a way. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. So it might not be all Ouija boards, obviously, but as a kid, I had a glow-in-the-dark Ouija board. And I think that that is what that color is triggering in my brain right now. Anyway, this is what that looks like. So we can just kind of zoom in and slowly pan about. There you go. Looks good, right? Okay. And we'll quickly go over the third color palette, which I also think is a lot of fun. I was so torn. Like there was a tie for 4 different color palettes and I couldn't figure out which one would be the third one, but this is what we went with. And I think ultimately it's the orange in this one that kind of like put me over the edge. I really like this orange for some reason. I just find it very joyful. So here is our color palette here. La 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 la. I think this is cute. I didn't really mention this. I love the way that I've got the flowers on the logs here. You know, it's cute. Instead of having just like moss growing or something, we've got cute little flowers. All right. I also really like the trail of fireflies that lead up to the little cottage. I think it's so cute. All right. That's everything, right? There we are. So if you want, you can have a quick look here at the other pages. I don't want to spend too much longer here, but that is what I've made for this month. If you're wondering why in this program my terrible art sticker sheet is like my old sticker sheet design, it's because my sticker sheets that I use now, I was just lazy and I didn't put the new file like background in here because it really doesn't make a difference. And since I prepare my sticker sheets in Goodnotes and I have that blank file in Goodnotes, then I just make it in there. However, I'm getting to the point that I said I was going to rant about because I was so unhappy. I don't know if this is just like, no, actually, I mean, I hope that this is not an everybody update because this will probably, quite possibly, make me stop using Goodnotes altogether. So I hope that they're listening. I hope they take this feedback because I'm not happy, okay? So I even talk about this in my course. I have used Goodnotes for so long and I've finally come up with like a process that helps me to speed up some of the most like mundane parts of making stickers, which is why I created my course in the first place. Now, most of the time-saving hacks are within Affinity Designer, but even still, I have developed a process in Goodnotes that helps me to prepare those sticker sheets more quickly than I used to be able to. And a big part of that was using elements, and now they have changed the way that the elements are laid out. So like you used to be able to, I'll like see if I can show you guys. So this is the sheet that I was gonna like use as my template to start putting things down. Okay, I uploaded all of my stickers the way that I usually do into an elements folder. Normally what I'll do is I will pull this over to the side and then I can tap them, and when I pull up the elements, see, I can't even show you guys. When I press this, the elements usually show up all along the right side of that icon. So if I press like 8 of them, then I can go and just tap 8 of them and it will input them into the document all at the same size, so that instead of me having to resize a sticker 4 times, I just have to resize it once. And actually, most of them come in at the right proportion, so I can usually size like 100 stickers at once, so that I'm not resizing every single sticker individually. This is gonna drive me crazy, which is why this month I'm not releasing a sticker set. I'm just releasing these PNG files in a compressed zip folder. It really bothers me. It really, really bothers me. So this could be, if they don't fix this whenever they do their next update, this very well could be the end of my Goodnotes sticker sheets. From here on out, they might just be compressed zip folders with individual stickers. I'm sure we'll rant about this in every single plan with me this month too. So if you're gonna stick around, you're probably gonna hear this rant again. Just saying. It makes me so mad. Okay, that's it. I'm actually gonna go plan my planning pages for this month and record all that for you. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna use Goodnotes or if I'm gonna use a different program. Okay, that's all. I guess we'll see. Subscribe to find out, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.